Japan to provide $4.5 billion to Ukraine.
Here's a summary of the article.
Japan will pledge $4.5 billion in total support to Ukraine, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs of Japan reported on 7 December. As a result of the meeting, Japan will contribute a total of $4.5 billion to Ukraine, including increased loan guarantees to World Bank lending. Japan has decided to provide $1 billion in humanitarian assistance and support for Ukraine's recovery. Mentioning the importance of medium to long-term assistance for Ukraine's reconstruction, Kishida said that Japan will co-host the Japan-Ukraine Conference on supporting recovery and reconstruction with public and private sector involvement in February 2024. After an introductory speech by Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky, Prime Minister Kishida said that the G7 remains committed to uniting and resolutely advancing sanctions against Russia and support for Ukraine to achieve peace. This is why our small, cost-effective team depends on the support of readers like you to deliver timely news, quality analysis, and on-the-ground reports about Russia's war against Ukraine and Ukraine's struggle to build a democratic society. A little bit goes a long way. For as little as the cost of 1 cup of coffee a month, you can help build bridges between Ukraine and the rest of the world, plus become a co-creator and vote for topics we should cover next.
This post received a score of 13,000, with an upvote ratio of 95%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Greater than as a result of the meeting, Japan will contribute a total of $4.5 billion to Ukraine, including increased loan guarantees to World Bank lending. In addition, Japan has decided to provide $1 billion in humanitarian assistance and support for Ukraine's recovery.
This might be the single most brilliant way to force the GOP to pass the Ukraine funding bill. Question mark, question mark. Question mark, question mark. Question mark, question mark.
By making Japan pay for it?
By upstaging.
The US has already given them like $75 billion, so it's going to take a bit more than that to be upstaged lol.
I still have no idea how so many people are acting like the US isn't taking the brunt of it when it comes to supplying Ukraine.
Yeah, we tend to pay for our own interests. It's not a fucking charity. We're literally paying to secure our interests on the world stage against nations that seek our destruction. This isn't some cheeky lark.
Not to mention the ammunition and military equipment is mostly manufactured in the US. American companies are profiting from the Ukraine war.
Some mouth breathers think there are pallets of crispy $100 bills being dropshipped to Kiev. Simple minds generate simple scenarios.
And a good chunk of the dollar valuation of the equipment is older arsenal that we aren't really using.
It's weird to think about, but Russia and Japan are also neighbors, so Japan has a dog in this fight almost as much as Europe does.
Japan and Russia also have never formally declared peace after their last war.
Japan destroying Russia's entire navy in the Russo-Japanese War is some of the funniest shit of all time. Russia sucks lol.
It's hilarious that one of Russia's main drives for taking land is having access to warm water ports, for a fleet that every major war does nothing but get sunk.
Russia has never had all that impressive or successful a navy. Their post-World War II navy was apparently pretty impressive, but then you end up with the Russian Federation, and their navy is once again kind of shitty. Moskva sunk by subsonic cruise missiles launched against them from land from a nation they invaded that doesn't have a navy, Kuznetsov, being, well, Kuznetsov and doing its damnedest to sink itself before an enemy can sink it, and so on.
Everyone that has a shit navy compared to their rival goes hard on submarines. It's like the guerrilla warfare of the sea.
Case in point, North Korea has the largest submarine fleet, in terms of number of ships, not actual combat strength. Thank God. And the Pentagon just gave another few $100 million to Ukraine. It's easy to despair in the modern age of fast and impatient information. But every week we have reminders that the anti-Russian coalition is still holding up.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.